A writ of Scire Facias is a powerful legal tool that has shaped debt collection and judgment enforcement for centuries. This ancient Latin term, meaning make known, refers to a judicial order requiring someone to appear in court and explain why a judgment against them should not be enforced, revived, or modified. The writ originated in England, where it was initially used to revoke patents. If someone believed a patent was invalid due to an existing patent or false information, they could ask the court to require the patent holder to defend their case. American colonists later adopted this practice, though its application evolved significantly over time. Today, Scire Facias no longer deals with patents. Instead, it primarily serves as a mechanism for enforcing and collecting monetary judgments. When a plaintiff wins a civil case and the defendant fails to pay by the court-ordered deadline, the judgment may lapse after a specified period. The plaintiff can file a writ of Scire Facias to revive the judgment and compel the defendant to appear in court. The federal government has abolished Scire Facias in federal courts, where plaintiffs must file a simple motion to extend judgments. However, several states still recognize and use this writ, each with their own specific rules and procedures. In Texas, for example, a writ of Scire Facias must be filed within 2 years of a judgment becoming dormant, and post-judgment interest rates are capped at 18%. Pennsylvania gives defendants 1 year and 1 day to disprove or avoid the debt owed after a writ is filed. Arkansas requires the writ to be displayed in the county court for 4 weeks. And if the defendant fails to appear, the judgment continues for another 10 years. The writ of Scire Facias contains essential information including the names of creditors and debtors, the court name and case number of the original judgment, the filing date of the petition, and the county where it was filed. For debtors receiving this writ, prompt action is crucial. They must either comply with the demand or present a valid defense. This typically involves reviewing the original judgment, filing a formal response in court with supporting evidence, preparing for a hearing, and complying with any resulting court orders. Employers may also encounter writs of Scire Facias in cases involving wage garnishment. If an employee has outstanding debt subject to garnishment, the employer may receive a writ compelling compliance. Failure to respond appropriately could result in the employer being held liable for the amount owed by the employee. Beyond debt collection, Scire Facias plays a significant role in real estate law, particularly in mortgage foreclosures. When a property owner defaults on payments, lenders can use this writ to force the borrower to appear in court and justify why foreclosure should not proceed. The process includes formal notification to the borrower, court review of the default claim, and potentially a judicial ruling authorizing foreclosure and property sale. It's important to understand the distinction between renewing and reviving a judgment. Renewal extends a judgment before it expires, while revival through Scire Facias brings an expired judgment back into effect. The writ doesn't create a new judgment. It simply allows for the execution of the original one. While some states have replaced Scire Facias with more modern procedures for debt collection and enforcement, this ancient legal mechanism continues to serve as an important tool in many jurisdictions, ensuring that valid judgments can be enforced even after significant time has passed.